You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hi, I'm Joe Heath.
I'm Toni Heath.
And this is the Watch-A-Thon of Rassilon, your one-stop shop for finance, gaming, and news.
I was going to make that exact same joke.
Were you?
I was, and now I'm mad.
Today, we're going to be talking about the 12th and 13th episodes of the third season of Doctor Who, The Sound of Drums and Last of the Time Lords, which aired from June 23rd, 2007 to June 30th, 2007.
True facts!
And Toni.
Yep.
What's going on? What's happening in your life? Do we need to talk about gaming, finance, and news?
Yeah. Have you all heard of this game called Twilight Princess?
Wow. Relevant. Culturally relevant.
That's what I'm going to play as soon as we get done doing this.
You know what I've been hearing a lot about gaming-wise is Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
Why?
They're re-releasing them for the Switch. Probably because the next Mario movie is going to be called Super Mario Galaxy.
Ah, I see. So that everyone can get the references.
I've seen multiple news articles and people being like, you know what, these games rock. I've played the first one a little bit, but not much. I didn't have a GameCube.
Do you feel sufficiently like we've bantered?
Well, I was just going to say, another person was saying, no, it wasn't GameCube, it was Wii. Because someone else was talking about...
You didn't have a Wii?
I didn't have Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii.
Embarrassing.
I had a Wii. I just didn't have Super Mario Galaxy. But what I was reading was someone was talking about how it kind of sucks being on Switch because there's so many, like, motion control things that you had to use the Wiimotes for. And it was like, why did we do this? Why did we let this happen?
Because we were like, we're going to make children more active.
Grandma can play bowling with us.
Quick, make the fastest jack-off motion you can. I feel like a lot of it was that.
Just jacking it?
If you look at, like, the prompts and, like, the Wii motions, a lot of it's just jacking off.
Something we all have great experience in. You ready to talk about Doctor Who?
I would love to talk about Doctor Who.
Okay, here's my summary. I don't actually have... Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. I have a serial title and alternate titles for each episode. Here's my summary with the new titles. The serial title would be The Ministrations of the Master. Because he's the Prime Minister.
Yeah, for sure.
First episode, I've called Master of His Domain.
Okay.
The Doctor fixes Jack's vortex manipulator, and they jump to present-day Earth, where they discover that the Master has beaten them there and gotten himself elected Prime Minister. The Master blows up Martha's apartment, kidnaps her family, and makes the Doctor, Martha, and Jack public enemies. He also plans on unveiling an alien species called the Toclophane. The Doctor, Martha, and Jack make key necklaces with perception filters built in to get aboard...
Make them sound like best friend necklaces.
They are. With perception filters built in to get aboard the Master's floating base. They find the TARDIS equipped with a paradox machine. The Toclophane are revealed and they kill the American president as the Master reveals himself to the world. He makes the Doctor really old and unleashes the Toclophane on the world. Martha pieces out. And that's my summary for the first episode. Any thoughts or criticisms on that?
No.
All right,
You covered it.
Then we'll move on to episode 2, which I have called I Do Believe in Time Lords.
Yeah, there's not a better name for it than that.
1 year later, Martha has been roaming the Earth collecting the components of a Time Lord killing gun. Along the way, she discovers that the Toclophane are the people who are heading to Utopia, and that the Master used the paradox machine to let them kill their own ancestors. Meanwhile, the Doctor gets older and smaller. After Martha is captured, it turns out the gun was a cover for just spreading the word of the Doctor. Everyone wishes really hard at the same time, and the Doctor is rejuvenated. The paradox machine is destroyed, and everything resets except for those in the eye of the storm. The Master's wife shoots the Master, and he refuses to regenerate, making the Doctor a sad, sad boy. Then Martha Jones leaves him too. Then he crashes into the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I would like to point out, you were getting so excited about.
I was.
Because you forgot we already did that one.
I was like, oh, this is where Donna Noble shows up. She crashes in, she just appears in the TARDIS at the end of this episode. She did that already.
I forgot. That was last season.
I forgot. She comes back after having already been... God. Oh, is Partners in Crime next? No, we have the Christmas.
We still have the Christmas special.
Partners in Crime is so good.
It is. But
and the score in Partners in Crime is so... Donna's theme?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not there
Donna
yet.
Noble!
Yeah, we're not
Great
there
companion.
yet. We gotta do Voyage of the Damned.
Voyage of the Damned? I don't...
And you know what? I might throw an extra little something in there to watch, too.
Why?
Because Time Crash.
Well, Time Crash is cute. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, it'd be fun to watch Time Crash now that we've seen all of the Fifth Doctor.
Know who they are, the people in it are.
Yep. And it technically came out between this episode and Voyage of the Damned. So
it's just, I don't think I like any of the Christmas episodes.
I like one Christmas episode, and it's an 11th Doctor episode, and it's the...
Which one?
The Christmas Carol.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That's... honestly, one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes, period. It's so good, it makes me cry.
Aww.
But we're quite a ways away from that. That's the first 11th Doctor Christmas special. The rest of them I don't fully remember. So, what do we want to talk about?
I want to talk about the fact that large parts of this finale are very good.
I'd even say the first episode's pretty good.
Love the first episode. I think it's great. Johnson, clearly having the time of his fucking life. I'm having a fun time watching him.
I like that he does a lot of Doctor stuff.
Yes.
He says, run for your life. He talks about having a companion. He eats jelly babies. He kind of has a third Doctor coat going on with that like red lining.
He also, this is a master thing, but he also, maybe it's not until the second episode, where we take a moment to just watch him watching Teletubbies.
I think that's the first episode, yeah.
Yeah. We're like, that's just something the master does when he's on Earth, is watch children's programming. That's canon.
Yeah. And
he's delighted by it.
Televisions in their stomach, yeah. There's like a little bit more of a commentary in this one than the time the master was watching a kid show in the third Doctor era. In that one, it was just, he's just watching a kid show. And he's delighted by it. That's it. There's no like message there or anything. It doesn't tie into the episode. I think it's even played as like, he doesn't really know that this is entertainment. Also, I think he's really funny.
Yeah.
And terrifying at the same time.
He's almost too good at being terrifying.
There's at least 3 moments that happens in the first episode that I think is really funny. One is him describing what's funny and not funny.
Yes.
Funny is this. And he does the big smile, and the not funny is this. And he grimaces.
He gasses everyone. And you're
does that thumbs up.
And you're like, that's a fun scene. That's a fun scene where he just kills everyone.
You're insane! And he does the big thumbs up. Very good. And then when he kills the other woman, the journalist woman, and he doesn't kill him, the Toclafane does, and they just keep closing and opening that door.
Yeah.
And you hear, ah! Clump. Ah! Clump.
I think what's fascinating about this finale as a 2-parter is that you have this episode where it's like the bad guy being evil, and it's funny. And then you have the second part where it's like, there are consequences. And he is just evil, and it's not fun anymore.
Once he gets in his position of power.
Yeah.
Speaking of like scary things about the Master, what do you think about that? Fairly subtle. They never talk about it, but he has a wife.
Yep.
And in the second episode, which is set a year later, she just has a black eye, and it is not commented on at all. It is very unsettling. It's
very unsettling. And it is, I mean, it's playing into that thing that I just said, right? Of like, we go from like the cartoon version of this to the reality of it. I can't tell if it makes me uncomfortable in a way that I like, or if it just makes me uncomfortable. I can't tell.
I like that they don't call attention to it.
Yeah.
It's just, you're just like, oh no.
Yeah.
And it is like, he's having like all this fun, and then it's like, okay, but now it's too much. Because that is, it also, you see that in the scene where the Scissor Sisters, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
That scene? Which is been cut out in streaming versions.
Oh, that's sad. I love that song.
Yeah, this is rights issues. Because I think they had the rights to air it, and they had the rights for the DVD.
But not for streaming.
But not for streaming, yeah.
dreaming.
I also want to point out, in that first episode, we get something for the first time in the new series that is very relevant to us.
We do?
We do. The scene where the doctor's talking about the master, and he looks into the vortex thing, and that's what makes him go crazy. And he hears the sound of the drums or whatever. The seal of Rassilon is in front of it.
Is it really?
Yep. It's the first time you see it in the new series.
I think there's also something very interesting about the second episode where, like, you do have that, like, hard reality set in of, like, we were all having fun, but actually this person sucks, right? But you have the people who, like, lived with the consequences of his behavior for a year who's like, yeah, let's fucking kill this guy. In a way that feels very justified. And then you have, like, the doctor mourning, like, his only friend.
I think he has other friends.
From his home planet.
The only person that's of his race.
Yeah. And, like, who was a childhood friend.
Yeah. But there's other people. There's humans. There's aliens.
You wouldn't be kind of sad?
If everybody in the city I grew up in died...
Yeah.
It would bother me very little.
I mean, I know you grew up on Sand Mountain, but still, damn.
I don't know any of them. And the ones I do know,
well, your parents are still up there,
My parents are still up there. That would be
That would probably upset you.
But if my father was like Space Hitler, I probably wouldn't be that upset about it. And it's not his dad, it's just this guy he knew.
I was going to say, imagine if it was his dad, because that gives you love dad stuff and stories.
That stuff, yeah. But this is just look, we all have childhood friends that we grow apart from. It just happens.
Yeah.
Some of them turn out to be douchebags.
Well, you kind of mourn the person that you lost, though, you know? Like, you still, at the end of the day, you, like, even if it's like, oh, yeah, we grew apart because we grew in different directions, there's still a part of you that's like, there was something, like, precious that is gone now.
Yeah, but he also tried to kill the entire world.
And that's bad. And I'm not saying that's not bad. I think it's interesting that they didn't shy away from the, like, tension between those reactions.
You know what the only problem is with the Toclafane?
What's that?
That they don't kill the master? Because that's how it generally goes in classic Who.
That's
he teams
true.
up with some big bad, and then he's suddenly like, uh-oh, now I'm in trouble with them.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm going to be able to manipulate. But he's too scary in this one.
Yeah.
He's too competent this time around.
It's still someone he's teamed up with who kills him.
That is true.
But it's his wife, and not the Toclafane. Well, first he was going to be killed by... Martha's mom, and then they talked her out of it.
I do like the idea that just for an entire year, they do that every so often.
Try to escape?
Yeah, they come up with this, like, big, elaborate plan with all of them, like, once every couple of months.
It wasn't really that big of a plan, either.
No.
It was just grab his screwdriver thing. His laser screwdriver. Which, I saw someone point out something interesting about that. It's a laser screwdriver, not a sonic screwdriver, right?
Yes.
But he also says it is technology from the Lazarus fucking thing.
Yeah.
Which was sonic based.
Oh, you're right, it was.
And then he uses that on the doctor to make the dumbest parts of this cereal.
Oh, we're talking about the parts of it that are bad now?
Yeah, let's talk about the parts of it that are bad.
Okay.
First, we got Old Doctor, which doesn't look terrible, but also...
Why do that? Here's the other thing. The whole end, like the emotional arc of these two, not just one, but two episodes, is like a conversation between the Master and the Doctor. And you have David Tennant as one of those actors. Why make him not be able to act for, like, the entirety of this episode?
Well, and part of it, even when he's, like, before he gets CGI'd, when he's just the old guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything when he's an old guy. He literally
he's too
doesn't
old.
do anything. He just sits there. He doesn't have... The Master tries to talk to him, but he doesn't say anything. He only does start saying things when he becomes even older and a tiny little house creature.
House elf.
It looks terrible.
It looks so bad.
Why are his eyes so big?
Why...
Is his body so small?
Why did we do any of that, you know? Why that?
Good question. I don't know. Though it is a way that the Master miniaturizes someone.
I would rather just have him be miniaturized.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Then there could be scale stuff.
I'm the Doctor!
I like that Martha is the one who like, ultimately, like, spends a year to take down the Master. It should be Martha. That's good storytelling.
The Martha stuff's good.
Why prayer?
Well, it's tapping into the angel network, right?
But what? But yeah, but
the way that the Master hypnotized everybody.
No, I understand, but why? Why? But why? Why did we write it that way?
RTD can put in his Christian imagery that he likes so much for some reason.
You go out of your way to be like, yeah, Martha should be the character to do this. And then you're like, and the resolution is that the Doctor becomes Jesus Christ and hugs him about it. Well, really, that's not the resolution. The resolution is his wife shooting him.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Well, when the Doctor gets made whole, he destroys the paradox machine, which resets everything.
Right.
The Doctor, I do feel like the Doctor is weirdly sidelined in this finale.
Yeah.
And not only him, Jack is too. Jack does fuck all in the last episode.
You were saying that, like, not enough for him to have been brought back at all.
Right, yeah. Like, I mean, they want the hand, but they don't give Jack anything to do, especially in the second episode.
There's also, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but, like, there being, like, an alternate dimension or period of time where, like, the bad guy just wins and then everybody is, like, tortured and all that good stuff.
Yeah. That
is prime Wump scenario. That is prime Hurt Comfort. We could have made more use of that.
Yeah. There's two things I do want to talk about. One, I want to go back to those keys for a second.
Okay.
Does it remind you of the
somebody else's problem? Yeah.
Yes. For the Hitchhiker's Guide, because it just shifts your You just, like, don't look at things. Whatever's wearing the key, you're just like, I'm not going to look at them.
Love the idea of a somebody else's problem filter.
Yeah.
Because it's so real. It's not that they don't see it. It's that they're just like,
want to see it.
Oh, I can't deal with that. And it's like, yeah. If you see some truly fucked up weird shit, it would take so little to make me go,
I'm not going to deal with this.
Yeah, I could, it would just be easier to pretend not to, actually.
And as much as I like Martha Jones's story, I do feel like her part of it in the second episode is kind of boring.
Yeah.
I don't care about that guy she's teamed up with.
Like, well, neither does RTD.
Yeah.
What happens to that guy? She marries him and then later she's not married to him, I think.
Is she married to him? She doesn't check on him at one point, but that's about it.
I thought, like, later she was engaged to him.
Maybe she is.
And then way later than that, she's with Mickey, and it's like, well, what happened to that guy?
Maybe. I don't remember this guy at all, so.
Fair enough.
Why wasn't that Jack?
That's a great question, actually. Because it did actually drive me a little crazy when, like, they send her off on the thing, right? Like, go. Because that's a good tense moment. Except that they already showed that thing can carry multiple people.
Yeah.
She could have taken Jack. She just did it.
She could have taken the Doctor if she wanted to.
They could have all three left. They just did it. There's not a good reason why.
Though it does lead to that really disturbing scene with the Toclafane.
What's that?
Just when they open up, they capture one.
Oh, yeah,
and they open it up, and it's the grossest, like, little face in a metal robot.
Oh, yeah, so you didn't remember anything about the Toclafane.
Yeah.
That was the thing that you were like, did they come back in the second one? And I was like, yes, and it's disturbing.
Yeah, it is messed up.
I was like, that kid specifically comes back.
He's inside the little spiky ball.
Yeah.
Floating spiky ball. That is messed up.
I was going to say, how did you feel once you remembered it?
I thought, that's messed up. That's pretty much the end of my thoughts about that.
Okay, cool.
Do you have further thoughts about it?
It's messed up, isn't it?
It's real messed up.
Yeah.
This is what you turn into this podcast for. Such hard-hitting opinions is, that's messed up.
That's messed up.
That's messed up. And there's one other little thing I wanted to talk about. How do you feel about that face a bow moment?
This is something that has bothered me watching them all one right after the other in a way that didn't bother me watching them like the way TV used to happen. There is a moment where they say something about the face of Bo in front of Jack and he has no reaction whatsoever. He's not like, face of Bo, or he doesn't like make a face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That bothers me. And I've just decided that he said that just to fuck with them.
Well, RTD has said the same thing. He's backtracked on it a little bit. And then other people are like, don't fucking backtrack on it. It's legit.
That's what, it's one of those moments where it's a choose your own adventure canon.
And your choice is that it's not the face of Bo.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I like the face of Bo better as just a weird thing. Just like, what's the deal with that? Don't worry about it. I think that's better.
I don't think RTD knows what happens to people when they get old.
He thinks their heads get really big.
Or they become really tiny.
Really? I mean, if you think about how big his head was in comparison to the rest of him, I think he thinks your body just keeps getting smaller, but your head stays the same size. And then, I guess your body goes away completely, and then your head starts getting bigger. And that's what he thinks happens if you could age to 1,000.
Yeah.
I actually would like to ask this man some questions about it.
My first question would be, why did you do that? Anything else you want to talk about? I've covered all my notes. Oh, Martha's family is nothing. They're kind of just there.
Well, that's rude.
They don't do much. They're just kind of there.
That is true.
They have that one little, like, we're going to escape.
This is prime Wump setup.
And
you have a guy who, like, can't die in the hands of, like, a crazy person. Like, come on.
And they don't wump it up enough.
The fic where he just kills them in different ways over and over again?
Yeah.
I'd read that.
You gotta wump it up. Wump it up. You gotta wump it up. Salt and pepper.
You done?
Yeah, I said salt and pepper, but it's salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper?
I love that band, Salt and Pepper. Sorry, did I distract you from your point?
Did I have a point? I don't remember anymore.
I don't have a point. Anything else you wanted to discuss before we wrap this up?
No, let's go. Let's get to Donna Noble.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back for final thoughts.
Reasons why you should be listening to the Modern Musicology Podcast. 1. Rob is a music journalist and radio host. 2. Stephanie played drums in a 90s band called the Aquanettas and works at major record labels. 3. Anthony was once the webmaster of the official Marillion website. And 4. Alan is a drummer who played in Kiss, Heart, Bowie, and Kate Bush tribute bands. 4 hosts with different backgrounds, but all obsessed with music. Modern Musicology, the podcast for serious music fans, part of the ESO network.
And we're back. Tony, what are your final thoughts?
I feel like I just said them. How about you say your final thoughts so that I can go?
Oh, wait, I was supposed to ask you what time it is.
You were supposed to.
I didn't let you do your bit.
This episode's broken. We have to throw the whole thing out and start over.
From the beginning?
From the beginning.
Hi, I'm Joe Heath.
I'm Tony Heath.
This is the Watch-A-Thon of Rassilon, your one-stop shop for... Oh, you were going to do it?
I was like, oh, good. I'm going to get the chance to make the joke I wanted to make, and you still did it again.
I'm sorry. Let's
No.
Let's do it one more time.
No, it's past.
One more time. Hi, I'm Joe Heath.
I'm Tony Heath.
And this is Final Thoughts.
I'm so angry. What are your final thoughts?
I like the Master. I like Martha. And everything else was just kind of either okay or bad.
Yeah, it's very Doctor Who that the stuff that is good in here is very good and the stuff that is bad is pretty bad.
Did this start shipping stuff?
With?
The Doctor and the Master?
Oh, love, no.
I mean, for New Who people.
Maybe.
Because there is that, like, I like it when you say
I
my
just don't think you could say anything in New Who started it.
Well, I know, but, like, I'm sure, like, this kick-started Doctor Master stuff
for renaissance.
People. Yeah, renaissance. For people who hadn't seen classic.
A shipping renaissance. Yeah, I'd say that's probably true.
Yeah. So, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, I agree.
You agree.
I agree. Now I'd like to do news and gaming.
What about fashion?
No.
All right, news and gaming. The news is the world is a catastrophe.
Just don't look at the news, actually.
Bad idea.
It's not good in there.
Fashion, I look great.
Okay.
I have a beard now.
Well,
a wife.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, yeah, that's next episode. I've got blue/purple hair. I've got Rubik's Cube earrings that Tony stole from me.
I was going to say, no, you don't. I do.
I solved one and you unsolved it. Anything we need to plug before we go? I'm going to have that comedy special up by December. It's going to happen. If I have to tie Vince to a chair and put electric current through their body.
That sounds kinky.
Yeah, but it also produces music.
Good.
Do you think there's anybody out there that ships me and Vince?
No.
Bob and Nick?
No.
Yeah, I don't have enough fans for that. There are people that ship me and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's at least one person. Josh shippers, as they are called. I'm done.
What do you think it is that just compels, like, you feel absolutely compelled to speak, yet even when you have nothing to say?
It's called being a podcaster. You hear some dead air and you're like, I gotta say stuff.
I gotta fill that, man.
Yep. With
Anyone
whatever pops into my brain.
Anyone gonna fill that up? No?
I guess
I
do
gotta.
It. Like, I feel it right now. And it's always just like the worst things pop into my brain. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to read this pre-written bit. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you like this episode, check out more on Watch-A-Rassilon.com. You can also find our podcast, our Patreon, and more at linktree/Watch-A-Thon. I'd like to give a special shout out to Vince and EL for providing us with our amazing theme song.
Thank you, Vince.
Check out more of their music at vincentel.bandcamp.com. And tune in next time when we talk about The Voyage of the Damned. Damned. There's an N in the middle. You gotta pronounce it. Damned. Damn, Ned. Get your shit together, Ned. Bye.
You're not gonna sign off?
Oh, I forgot. And until next time, keep calm and wrestle on.
Goodbye, and I love you in a platonic, parasocial way.
Except for you, Ned.
Fuck you, Dad.
You see, I'm not making myself very clear. Funny is like this. Not funny is like this.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.